Hey guys, James here with TCGU University, coming back at you with another 7th Cross deck profile. This is going to be one of the characters to finish out everything, and then I'll be starting on Yu Hakusho for the rest of this week, trying to get those out as soon as possible as well. Today we're going to be doing Zsolt. Zsolt is a 628 with Chaos, Good, and Life. We are playing the deck under Good. His first static is you may discard cards from the top of your deck in additional momentum to pay the cost of multiple abilities. So instead of discarding momentum, you discard cards from the top of your deck like you would discard momentum. So like for this multiple 2, you just discard from the top of your deck. Nice and simple. The damage of your multiple copies is changed to 1, and their damage cannot be modified by their card effects. And then your multiple copies do not count towards progressive difficulty, so that's really nice. We're playing 4 of his 2 dot. Almost said 4 dot. Commit 1 foundation. Your attack gets +1 to its multiple rating for each character in your staging area. So you can give it multiple 5, plus multiple 5 to it. So like that's pretty nice. And then check a 4. Your attack gets +X speed, +X damage. X is equal to the printed multiple rating. So like at max you give like a +1, +1, +2, +2. That's about it. But like it's still good, like solid damage to try and push through. So I'm going to go over the assets first. We're playing 3 White House. Because we're a multiple character, we kind of get shut down by prepare to fight a lot. So this just says we can't get prepared to fighted. We can't get banged. What out of your league doesn't, like, we don't play a lot of responses, but like stuff like out of your league and revoke and things like that just don't really affect us as much. As well as having the added bonus of our commit after a card is added to your staging area during the combat phase, draw a card. So like if this gauge 6 hits, this gauge 4, this gauge 1, if it hits and adds a character, we get to draw a card. And the static still continues, so we don't have to worry if it's committed or not, which is really nice. So we'll get into the foundations. We're playing 4 Wild Hunt. If there's at least 1 face down in either card pool, it counts as 2 when committing, which is really nice. And then our flip, after you deal exactly 1 damage to your opponent, so like our multiples, you get to add the top card of your deck to your staging area face down. So basically you turn this 1 foundation into 2, which it already kind of does. So it makes it to where it works all the time. We're playing 1 Wandering Pirate, ready, whatnot, 1 Confronting Jeddah. We give speed and damage with this, give more speed and damage. And then for things like if they do happen to bang our character, we can just give more speed and damage because they might be able to. I have to like look that up and confirm it. But like just having the ability to give more speed and damage or negate speed and damage is really nice. Sense of Morals to build more on turn 1 and just go off on turn 2. 4 Shadow Inheritance. This is really good for us because of our multiples don't count towards progressive difficulty for us, but they do count as non-attack cards in the card pool since they're not attack cards. So like these will count towards attacks, but like the multiples won't because they're non-attack cards. So like that's really nice. We're playing 4 Bonsai Enthusiasts to increase our multiple rating so we hit more damage if possible. 1 Bebop Blues if they happen to get the actions off. 4 Big Spender because we play multiples, we get to ready it. Nice and simple. 2 Alpha Male just to be able to get any of these in. 1 Way the True Warrior to turn off cards we don't like. 3 Nearly Consumed to be able to add more characters for free so we can get these off as fast as possible. 4 Suspicious Mr. X to commit problem cards after we start stacking characters. And 1 Feigned Interest to either increase keywords if we need to or decrease keywords if we need to. It's like we can get rid of Powerful 4, Stun, whatever, and just change them to zeros and just not worry about it. Or we can give +1 to something if we really, really need that 1 damage. So we'll get into the attacks. We're playing 4 Blaze of Fervor. It's a multiple 3. You can add 1 face down from your card pool to your staging area to give this 5 damage. So like if they go all out and don't have any cards in hand, you can just give this a free 5 damage. And then you give your next check to play a multiple attack, +1 for every character in your staging area. So you can like confirm big checks like this into like Fanatical Purification. If you have 2 characters, is just check a 5 and pass, stuff like that. We're playing 3 Cross Up, has multiple 1. If it's in the card pool and an attack deals damage, multiple or not, your opponent discards momentum, which is really nice. And then Deadlock E, you add all characters that share the same name as your starting character to your thing so that your opponent doesn't get to build the deadlock. 4 whip crack, multiple 1, gauge 4, does cool things. Fanatical purification, same thing, gauge 6, multiple 2. The first copy of the multiples gets gauge 1. You can card pool, flip it to seal cards in your opponent's card pool. It's like on defense, you can get rid of problem cards that you don't like Overpositors, Dark Charitos, Big Cyclones, stuff like that. We're playing 2 Dark Charito. It's a multiple 2 that says the damage of our stuff can't be reduced. They can't even play abilities, stuff like that. At Deadlock, our multiples are unblockable. Sick. 2 damage unblockable attacks. Or 1 damage, 2 damage total unblockable. It's really nice. Really cool. 3 Cowboy Battery. It's a multiple 1 that makes our opponent add 1 card to their card pool. And if we need to, we can trade assets for assets, which is also an okay thing if we don't like their asset. Overall, I think the deck's very cool. I think the ability to just stack this into Dark Charito is just really nice if we get it off. Like, plus, making this a 6 for 8 is just really, really good. It just is. And giving like plus because of Bonsai Enthusiast, and then getting things like +1 to multiple ratings for every character, and just building them as fast as possible to just overstat our opponent is just really, really cool. And really, really good. Okay, guys, so that was the Zsolt profile. Make sure to check out the other ones this week. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGU. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to this video. Let us know what you want to see in future videos. I'm going to be working on Yu Yu Hakusho after I finish these, so that way I can get those out as soon as possible, and these don't get they won't get delayed as these were. So make sure to check those out when those come out. And as always, guys, stay alert.